Hello family, welcome to Kaʻulu. If you're looking for a property that's under the $1 million price point, and it is the biggest bang for your buck, located in West Oʻahu, this is it right here. This is Kaʻulu Plan Hoku 3 bedrooms, 2.5 full bathrooms, and yes, they're averaging about $950,000. And today we're going to be checking this out. We're going to be doing a couple of home tours, but before we do, let's go ahead and check out what's around Kaʻulu. Let's go. Just 3 years ago, I would say sushi in the west side of the island is taboo. You know, they never really existed. Every time you wanted to get your sushi fix, you'd always go into town. You know, you would go to areas like, I don't know, Sasabune, Sushi 2 if you've never tried it, Mitch's. They're all in town, you know, if you've never had any of these restaurants. And they even had 2 locations of Duraku, and I knew for a fact that things were changing once they opened up a Duraku in Sushi Bay over at the west side. I knew that things were going to transition, more Asian cuisine was going to come over at the west side. So I think that's a couple of the things that I'm excited for. You know, Don Quixote is really underrated for sushi. Have you ever had Don Quixote sushi, by the way?
Yes, I've had.
Yeah.
I'm like you, I go there pretty often actually.
Right? Like Don Quixote, I feel like is good quality sushi, but you're paying like 1/5 the price and you get your sushi fix. If you love your Asian fusion, Asian cuisine, of course Asian groceries, what was known to be the old Don Quixote is now Don Donkey is right across from Kaʻulu. But other than that, let's go check out what they got inside. Come on in. $46. If you love your sushi and you're definitely a cheapskate like me, this is one area or section of Don Quixote that you definitely don't want to miss. It will solve your sushi fix for sure. I mean, take a look at this hamachi. In a typical restaurant, this could cost you anywhere from 30 to 40 bucks. Here, $11, same quality, high-end grade here at Don Quixote. I remember the first time I had wakasakura over at the mainland, and now they have it here in West Oʻahu, just right across the street from Kaʻulu. This is a utility, high-end restaurant, great quality. I always take the wife here all the time. This is West Oʻahu's largest mall, outdoor, open air. If you're thinking about Ala Moana Shopping Center, which is located on the east side of the island, this is what comes close to that. It's 100 stores, restaurants, and an ongoing, growing community of shopping. Other than that, let's go and check it out. So this outdoor mall is 5 to 10 minutes away from Kaʻulu by Gentry, and there's so many familiar restaurants, familiar businesses, places like Victoria's Secret, you got Hollister, you got American Eagle, Jeans Warehouse, Coffee Bean Tea, Subways, and Baskin-Robbins. A lot more exciting things coming right your way. This is one of the most popular local brands out there. This is Hawaii's finest for all your local wear. Definitely gotta check it out.
The stars are pretty when the sky falls.
Holiday is definitely in the air here in Kamakana-Ali'i. But other than that, let's go ahead and check out other places within the neighborhood. There's a Costco right here, and there's a Home Depot just right across the street from Kaʻulu. And one of my personal favorite hot pots, all you can eat, is Shibuya, and literally just right across Kaʻulu area, Popeye's Louisiana Kitchen. And right behind me, probably the only Jamba Juice that's drive-through. This is one of 2 Chick-fil-A's that's 5 minutes away from Kaʻulu. And if there's one place I'm definitely trying to keep the wife away, yes, they do have a Target here on the west side. Definitely a must-try, Island Vintage Coffee and Lounge. And one of the things you need to realize about the west side is this is expected to be the second city of the island. And I can tell because of all of these parking spaces that you see, you can tell they're really preparing for that crowd that's about to come here on the west.
It's been falling, I've been stalling for weeks. The stars are pretty when the sky falls.
How's it going, everyone? Welcome to the rail. So Kaʻulu by Gentry is about 5 to 10 minute drive onto this main Kapolei station, and there's tons of parking over onto my right hand side. And yes, this rail station do go all the way up to the stadium. It is expected to go closer to town, Kalihi area, and expected to go in Ala Moana in 2031. It's a $12.4 billion project. And yes, the whole main goal of this entire deal is to ensure convenience going from west side of the island onto the east side of the island. And if you're looking to stop by at the airport without a vehicle so that way you don't gotta park there and may cost you some money to do that, this is that perfect option. You can go ahead and park your vehicle, catch the bus here, go into the rail, go into the airport, and go into your next vacation. As we were filming today, I just met this cool dude. His name is Nick. And look at him, he got all the luggages right now here on the rail station in Kapolei. And Nick, tell us how's this convenience going from the west side of the island going to the airport?
Yeah, since they recently opened up the train to actually go straight to the airport, so a lot of us on the west side or those that are in between to get to the airport, it's a lot easier where we don't have to worry about parking, the traffic, and all that. Yes, you got to worry about the parking at the stations, but not having to drive, and then you can just talk with your family on the train itself with your luggage and not needing to worry about any of that was really awesome. Man.
That's awesome, Nick. I really appreciate that, man. Thanks for having this with us. But again, airport fee, cost, parking could really cost a ton of money. The rail station definitely solves that problem, being able to go from here to the airport. Don't need to leave your vehicles in that parking lot space, which costs you per day, by the way, right?
It's like 20-something bucks.
20-something bucks per day. So again, a 5 day to 1 week could easily cost you about $140. Now Nick only spends probably $3 to go there, and we're pretty much all set. Right on. Thanks, Nick. I appreciate it, man. So this is Hoku Plan 3 at 1,500 square feet interior space. Let's go ahead and check it out. First off, every time you're looking at an outer area like this, it is fenced about 3 foot. And a lot of the questions I always get asked is, Chris, me as a homeowner, what am I in charge of? And it's really simple. Everything on the fence, white fence line inside is always going to be solely responsible of the owners. Everything outside of it is usually handled by the association. But let's go ahead and enter in here. All right, so entering in Hoku Floor Plan 3, again, you are greeted with this kind of entrance area, perfect for your coat, perfect for dropping your shoes, maybe your computer and your keys. But take a look at this living room space. I love the 3-window panel, which really brings in a lot of light. And some of the biggest questions I often get asked here is what comes with the home? And so let me start with everything that you see except for things like the furniture. So it won't come with a couch, but it is gonna come with this luxury vinyl plank floors, which is a really nice warm tone, cozy feel. I love this large island with lots of storage spaces in the back side of it. I love the fact that it is soft close. And at first I was looking at this, by the way, and I was like, what is this? And I just realized it's a dishwasher safe, a really high-end feel. I've never seen one that actually looks like this, and it's a double drawer right here. And then you got your quartz countertop, undermount sink, beautiful fixture. On this side, you do have a microwave. You got this gourmet looking cooktop, stovetop. And then you got your, this to me just for some reason reminds me of like an espresso machine. I mean, look at how beautiful and gorgeous this refrigerator is. It's French door style refrigerator. And again, with a price point of $950,000, the fact that it comes with all of this move-in ready, you don't even have to bring anything really. A couple of things I do want to note or mention though. The first thing you probably saw is these fixtures right here. It's beautiful, it's glass. Just quick note, it's not gonna come with the property. And the whole main goal of this is to ensure that all of the properties have their own design factor. So if you wanted to put in your own pendant, one that might fit your personality, they do give you the options to go ahead and change out your ceiling fans and put your own. So you are gonna expect kind of just like a capped area there, and you could go ahead and install your own fixtures. And so is this one, by the way. It's not gonna come with this fixture. They're just giving you an idea on what a dining setting would look like in this home. But behind the refrigerator area here also lies the more storage unit for a pantry, more places for your Costco runs and groceries. Back here is the door for the detached car garage. It's gonna be 2 parking car garage stalls. And then over onto the right-hand side here is gonna be your half bathroom. Personally, I love half bathrooms because whenever you have guests over into the property, they don't have to go upstairs and use, you know, the ones that are for personal use and shower and all that stuff. But that's a little bit about this ground floor living room / open kitchen layout. Let's go ahead and take a look at the second floor area. All right, so right now I'm currently located in the second floor area, and one of the things that I really like is they do all include with this den space. And just a quick note, this area right here is just to give you a general idea on what it can look like, but it's not gonna include with this table, with this built-in couch or area space there. It is gonna be all empty with just drywall. So as this drywall here of the beautiful Hawaii man surfing, it's not gonna be included with that. So just expect drywall all around, and I like to look at this as maybe a personal office space, or maybe just a second living room hangout for the kids, so that way they're not blasting the music and, you know, you're downstairs having your zen area. But here's one feature that I feel a lot of the times they have removed off of a single family home, and that is a laundry room. Not a lot of brand new detached single family homes do come with a laundry room inside of your property. And I love it because when you're on the second floor, you're washing your clothes, you know, you can just go ahead and go straight to the closet room and put them away. Some of them now puts them in the garage spaces, which, you know, you got to carry upstairs and put into the bedrooms. But on my right hand side here does include the first bath. Alongside this first bath is going to have your first bedroom, and then also your second bedroom. Again, this one is located right above the garage area of the property. But this one is my personal favorite space, and that is the primary bedroom. Why? Is because this person is usually the guy who's paying for the mortgage, so you better have the nicest space here. Again, beautiful interior decor here, but just quick note, it's not gonna come with the shiplap. It's not gonna come with these beams. These are all for aesthetic purposes only, but if you wanted to make it look and feel like this, you definitely have the options to. And so is this walk-in closet space here. It does have these built-in closet-made fixtures, but it's not gonna be included within the property. It's just to give you a general idea on what you can do or how much space you really have within these walk-in closet. And another personal favorite space of the room here is your primary bath. It is a step-in shower. You got your double sink. And of course, all drawers and closets are always gonna be soft close. And by the way, every time I look at these types of floors here, I always think of myself going into like Home Depot and would I've chosen this? And the answer to that is probably not. But it's crazy how it goes so well together with the warm tone brown and like this cozy textured flooring here, but it's real nice and it is included with the property. So that's a little bit about this home. Let's go ahead and head back downstairs. All right, so every time I'm doing these home tours, I like to always have this conversation with my clients, and I'm kind of an open book. And so it's gonna be 3 pros and 3 cons. And let's start with the cons first. First one is the fact that it's a zero lot property. Zero lot means you only own one side of the yard space. So again, some people may like this, some people may not like this. It is a limited yard space because you don't own the left side of the home, you only own the right side of the yard space of the home, AKA zero lot. Now, some people might like this. Why? Is because not everybody wants to maintain their yard space, or maybe they don't have the time to maintain a huge yard space. And so this one does allow you to just have more time to maybe work or do other things instead of taking care of your yard. Now, the second one is maintenance fees. Yes, these homes do offer or come with maintenance fees. Every time you think about single family homes, a lot of the time that's the main reason why they try to purchase a single family home, is to stay away from the maintenance fee. This one does include a maintenance fee. Last and definitely not the least is gonna be the street parking. It is limited from 2 a.m. to 5 a.m. They don't allow you to have overnight guests. that's going to be parking on those stalls. Some people personally said they like that idea only because, again, having parking or street parking allows your neighbors to maybe park tens of cars that just maybe might just be an eyesore for some people. But let's go back to my pros. One of the biggest pros is for under $1 million at $950,000, you are gonna be in a move-in ready property with brand new appliances. Nobody have ever lived in here, so which means you are gonna be starting the legacy of this home. The second one is the fact that, you know, sometimes when you move into a property here on the island that is under $1 million, you gotta fix things. You gotta think about the plumbing, you gotta think about the electricals and all that stuff. Here at Gentry in Kaʻulu, they actually offer warranties up to 2 years for those items. Foundation is about 10 years, and so just a little bit of peace of mind that when you're moving into a property, the maintenance and the fixes are almost close to perfect. And last pro is this is West Oʻahu, which means this is also considerably titled as the second city of the island. There's lots of upcoming restaurants, lots of big and small businesses. Just to name a few, a couple of the things that I'm really excited for here on the west side of the island. Just a decade ago, they didn't have any of these large businesses. They didn't have these restaurants that I tend to love now. There's Shibuya, you got Waka Sakura, one of the best sushi spots over at Don Quixote. They have Chick-fil-A, they got Costco's, they got Target, they got Home Depot, they got Marshall, they got Ross, and of course Coffee Bean, your coffee shop, one of the most popular coffee bean shops here on the island as well. This is Hoku Plan 3. Again, if you're interested in getting to know a little bit more about Kaʻulu and you feel that this might be the perfect price point for you and the neighborhood fits, maybe you are into these brand new developments. Again, these are the lowest price detached single family home currently located in West Oʻahu. Go ahead and reach out to us. Thanks for watching.